1039 WDKX, this is the Wake Up Club. If you need someone to talk to health-wise concern, not just COVID related, but just health related in general, 423-5800, 423-5800 is the number for Jordan Health. Good morning, Dr. Harbin. How are you?
Good morning. Good morning. I am well and enjoying the sunshine.
Hey, listen, I'll take sunshine and anything above 32. If the temperature is above 32 and sunshine, we're doing all right weather-wise. Health-wise,
It's summer in Rochester.
I got to ask health-wise from COVID-19, it seems as if there's just a lot of people who want the vaccine, looking for the vaccine, but don't fit the criteria. What would you say to somebody, obviously you run a Jordan Health and everything that goes along with people who are confused about COVID-19, the vaccine, and seeing if they can actually get the vaccine?
I would say go to New York State. They have a website that discusses eligibility for the COVID vaccine. So in the state of New York, they have different criteria. And right now, I think we're still at 1A and 1B. They have included younger folks with comorbidities or illnesses like diabetes or heart disease. But I would say go to that website, just New York State Department of Health or New York State, and they do have information concerning how are you eligible or when are you eligible and where can you go if you're eligible.
Is there any sort of information past somebody who's under the age of 65, say in your 50s or 40s, 30s, and 20s? Have you received any information? Has Jordan Health received any information going forward as to when it would be available for people under the age of 65?
I would say right now it is available if you're under 65, but you have to have medical issues. So it's not as if you're 40 years old and you're healthy. Is it available right now in New York? You have to have medical concerns. You have diabetes. You have immune deficiency, illness. You have heart disease. It is available, and we are beginning to call our patients and schedule the younger patients that have those type of illnesses. Otherwise, you're probably looking at around June, maybe July, when it would be available to anyone and everyone that wants to have the vaccine.
Now, it's interesting. Dr. Harbin joins us now, Jordan Health. If you need a telephone number to call and you have a health condition, 423-5800. Also, looking for something for your kids when it comes to care, 423-5800. Dr. Harbin, Janice Harbin joins us now here on WDKX. So we're looking somewhere in the near future for that. There is this sort of disparity that goes around where, one, a lot of people don't want the vaccine and a lot of people do want the vaccine. And there's no shame in asking either way. You don't have to take the vaccine. I think there's a lot of people that feel like they're forcing this vaccine. You don't have to take the vaccine. And for people in our community who do want it, you can get access to it.
You can, and what we're finding, so we hear all the time on TV and different places, well, people of color don't want the vaccine. We have had an amazing response to our seniors. We're beginning to call our younger folks that have, like I said, they have diabetes or different medical disorders. We're getting great response from that. I think as time goes on and people see that the folks who have gotten their vaccine, I've had both of mine over a month ago, and they're saying, I'm still walking around, I didn't have any problems. People are beginning to say it's more important to get the vaccine than take a chance without it. So I do believe that increasingly people of color are saying yes to the vaccine, but I have to say our older population, they got it right away, and they have been very receptive.
Of course, Dr. Janice Harbin is part of Jordan Health. If you need medical help, if you're not quite sure, you don't have a doctor, you're not even sure about health insurance, 423-5800, 423-5800. We're WDKX.
Dr. Harbin, I just have a quick question. Some of our listeners and frontliners, they've texted in, how long does this vaccination last? Once you get both shots, how long will the immunity last?
The honest truth, they don't know. Right now, keep in mind these vaccines came on as an emergency. They know that when you get your second dose, you have up to about 95% protection. And what happens is your body actually builds immunity against the COVID. But they do not know right now how long that lasts. So I have no idea, or they have no idea right now, whether or not it would be a yearly booster that you may get, like every year you get the flu shot. They're still trying to figure out whether or not that's what you will need. I know up to about 2 weeks after you get your second vaccine, you're supposed to be at least 95% protected. It does not mean that folks cannot get it, but if in the rare instance a person gets it, it will be mild. So it really is protecting you against that life-threatening, severe illness response to the vaccine.
Wow.
Now, if you do, you said it can protect you, but if you do get it, does it prevent me from passing it on to someone if I have both vaccinations?
Well, what they're saying is it greatly decreased you getting the virus. And if you get it, the transmission is a shorter period. So right now, a person can have the virus and they may be able to transmit probably up to 2 weeks after they had the virus. What they're saying is that transmission period is shorter. So maybe like 2 days, 3 days, that you're kind of contagious to someone else. I think it's important for all of us to remember it still does not, it's still important that we wear that mask. It's still important that we social distance. It's still important that now is not the time to throw those house parties because we're not out of the woods. Whether you have the vaccine or don't have the vaccine, you still have to take precautions. And I think that's important for people to not feel as if they could put their guards down. We're still fighting this virus.
Well, listen, Dr. Janice Harper and Jordan Health, we appreciate the honest truth. Like we really, I mean, that's it's very much appreciated in the community. It may not be exactly what people want to hear, but you know, the honest truth is really important. If you need medical attention, 423-5800. That's the number for Jordan Health. Dr. Harbin, thank you. We'll talk to you next week. Okay.
Thank you, and you guys stay safe, and thank you for all you do at WDKX.
We're 103.9 WDKX.